Hi guys, so I'm going to go ahead and do my hospital bag video, basically what I used and what I did not use, and kind of go through some of the things that they gave me at the hospital that if your hospital provides it or birthing center provides it, definitely take it with you. So I'm going to try to do this while she's sleeping. If I have to stop in the middle, then I apologize. So basically all I did was I rewatched my video for my hospital bags and wrote down everything that I had in there and wrote down whether I used it or not. So I'm just going to go down the list and tell you what was like really important and some of the things that I really didn't use that much. So kind of a little bit of background. I did have a 36-hour labor and a 20-minute delivery. So some of the, just to kind of keep that in mind, some of the things I might use. If you have a shorter labor, you might not use them. So, but it was really good to have it packed anyway because you never know how long your labor is going to be. So, starting at the top, the Pretty Pusher gown was amazing. I had that thing on within the first hour of being in the hospital, and it was on me until after delivery. And then they were like, "Do you want to keep this on?" I'm like, "Ew, no. I like pooed while I labored or when I delivered, and I'm bleeding all over the place, and you broke my amniotic fluid sac while I'm in this gown. No, thank you. That's why it's disposable." So that's why you pay $25 for a disposable gown. It worked out fantastic. And then just to get between, I'll go over that later, but the Pretty Pusher gown was the best investment in that bag, probably. Yeah, hands down. So next was a roll of quarters and several dollar bills, and that was also really worth it. My family was able to go get Cokes and Gatorades and snacks and anything that they needed while they were kind of hanging out with me down in the vending machine, because the our cafe was only open from 7 to 7. So, and since I had a 36-hour delivery, we were there all night. So that was really good for them. They could just like not have to worry about how they're going to scrounge out dollars and everything. So that was great. Champagne, we did take champagne, and we iced it even, and just like never got the opportunity to drink it. So to each his own. I kind of wish we would have had at least a little toast, but that's okay. We were kind of occupied with many other things. So I think next time I probably would still take it anyway, just in case. My Bobby pillow was used, but I actually didn't use it for nursing. I used it, Laura would hang out with us during the daytime, and then I would send her off to the nursery at night. And during the day, I would sit her in it, kind of like, I don't know if you can see her down there, but she's sitting in it right now, just hanging out. And I would put it on the end of my bed, my hospital bed, and put her in it so that she could just hang out with us instead of hanging out in the little bed that they have. Anyway, it was just, we used it a lot. So, breast pump, we took it up. It was good to take, but they provided a pump for me that actually was a stronger pump, and it was amazing. But I did like taking mine up there because a lactation consultant came up, and she was able to show me like all the parts and pieces and how everything works. And yeah, so it was really good to at least take it up there. I didn't use it, but the lactation consultant was able to help me out a little bit better. Let's see. Oh, the Sex and the City, we made it through 2 seasons. So we didn't make it through all 3 seasons, but we definitely made it through 2. And so, yeah, that was a really good thing to take because there was some pretty bad TV on. Breast pads. Did not need the breast pads, so don't take them. The hospital provides everything that you could possibly need. And to be honest, you're not even leaking that much in the beginning. You don't really, like, now I'm leaking a lot. It's been a week, but the first few days, you're just pumping out colostrum and trying to get the milk to come in. So breast pads are really not necessary. Hair ties and headbands used. In fact, multiple were used. I somehow lost 3 headbands and went through half a pack of hair ties. So in my drunken drugged labor, I somehow lost all these hair bands and hair ties. So those were definitely really good to take in whole packs of, because you will lose them and you will never find them again. Yes, I didn't. The massager, that would have been better had let's see, if my contractions were a little bit harder and closer together, I probably would have used it, but my contractions were long and they were like 3 to 5 minutes apart. And they felt really, really strong menstrual cramps, so a massager wasn't going to do anything. I had no back labor, so yeah, wasn't really used, which is okay. But it was like this big, so I mean, take it in case you think you're going to have back labor, because I'm pretty sure if I had back labor, I would have used it. Socks, I took in, I think 5 or 6 pair. I just took the whole package that I bought. I bloodied 3 pair, and I actually bloodied the hospital slippers that they give you, like slipper socks. So that was really good to take, and I also wore one home, so I only didn't use like 2 pairs of the socks. Kind of your call on what you want to take, but I didn't want to walk around in bloody socks, so I changed them every time I bloodied them. And you will bloody at least 1 pair. It's inevitable. The underwear, actually I did not use the underwear, like at all. I wore, the hospital has like these mesh ones, and what I did, basically from delivery on, I wore the mesh underwear and then no pants, and then I had my pajama top on with a nursing tank, and anytime I needed to go to the bathroom I just had the robe with me, so I could just put the robe on and walk to the bathroom. And that's the way to go, because you're gonna be bleeding and bleeding and bleeding and bleeding, and they put these like pads under, like puppy training pads under you, so might as well just not wear pants, because you're gonna bleed through them anyway. Not worth it. So yeah, that's my advice on that. Just wear the mesh underwear and have all the layers or whatever that they give you, which is like a pad, an ice pack, Epifoam, hazelnut or hazel witch something or other pads, and for the hemorrhoids, and then they give you some Dermoplast for the pain relief. So just go with that and don't wear pants. Not worth it. So yeah, PJ pants, I did not wear them at all, like I said, but I did wear them home, so they were worth taking. PJ top I wore every day just because I didn't want to wear a tank top all the time, and so I just would take the top off anytime I was going to breastfeed. And I'd had the nursing tank on. Cards, I did not use them because I wasn't very mobile, but my family did. So kind of your call if you think that whoever's with you in the labor room is going to play cards, and might be worth taking them. My robe was used. Like I said, I used it to go back and forth to the bathroom and walking up and down the hallway, so it was actually a really good thing to take. Towel was used mostly because the towels that they provide in the showers there are like this big, and I like really big towels, so also again your call. Slippers, I used them like crazy. Yeah, they were a good thing to take. Let's see. Candy. So I was allowed to eat breakfast, lunch, dinner the first day of my labor, and then I couldn't eat until after delivery. So the candies were really good. Once I got the epidural, I couldn't eat anymore, which was like 11 o'clock at night. So the candies were really good up to that point, and then my family kind of snacked on them too, so that was actually really nice to take. Pads, don't even take them. I actually ended up taking them out of my bag before I even went to the hospital because I knew I wasn't going to use them anyway. The ones that the hospital provide you are just fine, and you're going to bleed like crazy anyway the first few days, so not even worth taking your own. All the toiletries were used. I actually packed a little tiny bag of makeup, and I used that like crazy too. Kind of helps keep your mind off of the laboring. And In fact, during my delivery, I was so drugged, like I didn't feel anything. I was halfway done pushing, and I look over to my mom and was like, maybe I should redo my makeup. Just joking, but it was kind of funny. She was like, you're pushing your baby out and you're talking about makeup. So that was kind of funny. The cardigan I used to wear home. That was really nice to have. Let's see. I did not use my maternity pants. Like I said, I used my pajama pants instead, but I did wear a pair of the maternity pants to the hospital. So they were in there anyway. I just didn't use them. And the camcorder and cameras and camcorders were all used and all utilized. So definitely worth taking those. In fact, that's probably the most important thing to take. So that was all in my hospital bag. The daddy did bring a bag of his own. He just brought like athletic shorts, some of his clothes, like a pair of his clothes, and then his laptop and power cords and stuff like that, and toiletries. So very basic. And in fact, we kind of had some time, so it wasn't a big deal. But I think if we had a little less time, it would have been more important for him to have all that packed. But I kind of was like, okay, doctor said I have to go to the hospital. Meet you there in a couple hours. I'm going to run home first to get my bags, make sure everything's packed, get my cats all organized. So then the baby's hospital bag, I had 2 bottles in there. I actually really need to bring one. And I didn't use it, but it's actually a good idea, because if you're not producing enough milk or colostrum for the baby, they will supplement. My hospital actually would supplement human breast milk, or they would supplement formula, depending on what your preference was. And I actually opted for the breast milk. Didn't have to use it, but it was good to have. And then if they do have to supplement, you'll want your own bottle. So otherwise, they just use the hospital bottles, and I think it would make it harder if your baby does have nipple confusion to train them back onto the bottles that you want. So it is good to take at least one, just in case. I mean, like I said, I didn't use them, but let's see. The receiving blanket. Oh, my baby receiving blanket that I was taken home in, was used for pictures, but and then I used it to cover her on the way home. So in the car seat. I think I packed 3 sleepers. We only really used one, and that was because I didn't like the shirt that they put them in. They put them in this like shirt thing that snaps way on the side, and then it's got the mitts, and she was so small that this thing was huge on her, and it kept falling off. So luckily I'd packed a really small sleeper with a couple other newborn sizes that were a little bit bigger, but the small one was perfect because it just was a lot easier and not as messy. So I guess my advice on that is, if you don't know you're going to have a big or small baby, take a really small sleeper and then a regular newborn size sleeper, because then they'll fit at least one of them. Let's see. The blanket that I had taken was used when we used it for the car seat, but that was about it. And then I kind of used it when we had her on the boppy. I would lay it on the boppy and then lay her on it, just in case she spit up. The pacifier we did use. We caved in and let her use a pacifier. She has 0 nipple confusion, so it's not a big deal. And even she will not suck on a pacifier if she's hungry. She will just spit it out and continue to suck the air until you give her food. So there's no confusion there, and so I'm okay with giving her a pacifier. The take-home outfit we did use, and was super, super, super cute on her little kitty butt. And the only other thing that we missed in that bag was we had to go and buy an outfit for her hospital picture. So I don't know, you might ask your hospital what kind of pictures they take, but this hospital had a professional photographer come in and do kind of like a photo shoot, basically, instead of the old plain where they put their face up and mugshot from straight down. So that was kind of interesting, I thought. So we went and bought her an outfit for that picture. Other than that, they provided a lot of things, and definitely take everything that they put in the postpartum room, because It's there for a reason. It's there for you to take. So they gave me lanolin. They gave me a little tiny thing of lanolin, which is perfect for traveling. They gave me all the pump parts that they used. The pump that they used is the same brand as the pump that I have. They use the Medela pumps at the hospital. So all the parts actually work on my pump as well. So they let me take all the parts with me. Took all the pads, took all the Dermaplast, Epifoam, ice packs, the underwear, the water bottles. Like, take everything because you will use them when you get home. Like, seriously. I'm still using all the medication that I took from them. They gave me a bottle of Advil and a bottle of stool softener. So yeah, take everything. I took the like puppy pad things, just because I have white sheets, so bleeding through would be kind of icky on my white sheets. So yeah, that's it. If you have any questions or felt like maybe you have something that you're not sure if you should take or not, let me know, and I'll kind of tell you if the hospital is going to have it or not, just because I obviously have already been through it. So I will see you guys for my next update. Ta-ta!